Welcome to Spotlight at the Groove Suite, featuring today's smooth jazz and R&B artists. Jazz guitarist Nick Colionne has joined a list of artists who blew onto the music scene from the windy city of Chicago. He started performing professionally when he was 15, playing for legendary artists like Curtis Mayfield, Natalie Cole, the Staple Singers, and many more. Nick became a solo artist in 1994, quickly becoming known as the best-dressed live performer in jazz. His showmanship has earned him a variety of awards, and his music has produced several top 10 songs. Nick Colionne is our guest today, and being a fellow Chicagoan, you know the first thing I want to know is what side are you from, and who are some of the artists who had an influence on the way you play and sing?
Well, I grew up on Chicago's west side. I started playing guitar at about 8.5, 9 years old. Picked it up from my stepfather. Early on, he introduced me to Wes Montgomery's music and Kenny Burrell and George Benson. So B.B. King, Jimi Hendrix, all these people that I listened to. So I think my style of playing is more of a potpourri of all the things that I've played throughout my career. I didn't really start singing until late, really in the last 10 years or so. But I'm enjoying that too.
I also hear a little Brooke Benton, Barry White influence in your voice. Right on, right on. How many independent projects did you release before you got your first record deal?
I actually only released one song independently, and it was on my own label that I had with my late manager, Carol Ray. And for my first CD, which was entitled It's My Turn, and I was lucky enough to get picked up with that record by a company called Lakeshore Jazz. So one project I was an indie, and every other project I've done has been with a label.
Your new song is called Got to Keep It Moving, and it was just released to radio, so that means a new project is coming out soon. Tell us something about it.
My latest CD, which will be released April 1st, 2014, is called Influences. The concept is to play in the style of the people that I've admired over the years, such as Wes Montgomery and B.B. King, George Benson, just to play in their styles, not to play songs that maybe they had recorded, but just to use their style of playing. Also, I got the chance to work on this record with my good friend James Lloyd from Pieces of a Dream, who's a great keyboard player and a great producer. Also had the pleasure of doing a duet with the wonderful Mesa on this, so I'm looking real forward to this record and the release of it.
The song with you and Mesa should be a good one, and I'm sure the rest of it is going to be too. Here's a good one from one of your earlier projects. This is From the West Side by Nick Colionne at the Groove Suite. From the CD, Just Come On In, that was From the West Side by Nick Colionne. Nick and I are from the west side of Chicago, and we're hanging out today at the Groove Suite. That song had a serious stepper's groove. Do you try to add songs that have a stepper's tempo on your projects?
No, I don't intentionally go out to try and make songs that have a stepper's tempo, but it seems to come out in a bunch of stuff that I do. Being from Chicago, I have that stepper's influence in my music, so, I consider myself a stepper, so there you go.
Well, thank you for all those smooth grooves. You've had an opportunity to play at and host several jazz festivals. Tell us a little about those experiences.
Well, I've had a lot of great experiences at a lot of jazz festivals around the world, and I've hosted a bunch of them. I've hosted at Seabreeze down in Florida and out at Big Bear. The hosting thing is really cool, It's kind of like being an MC and a person that walks around and meet and greet people. So that's a cool thing, And the jam sessions are what I really like, because jam sessions, is a place where people come and all the guys come and just get to play together, guys that you don't get to play with all the time, or some guys you never play with, and you get a chance to work with them and just let it be an all-out groove session. And I love that because it's all impromptu. There's nothing rehearsed or anything like that. It's just go up there and let it do what it do. So that's like my favorite thing, other than just performing, period.
Where can fans go to find out more about your concert dates and all they want to know about Nick Colionne?
Well, you can always find out what I'm doing by going to nickcolionne.com. There where you find out all things that's Nick Colionne. Tour dates, upcoming music, their videos and stuff like that. So, hey, go to nickcolionne.com and find out all things Nick.
Nick Colionne, thanks for taking the time to shine in the spotlight at the Groove Suite. We're already looking forward to getting our hands on that new project of yours to hear how you're going to pay homage to the folks who had an influence on your music. Before you take off, send a shout out to your fans and then introduce that new single.
I want to give a shout out to all my fans out there, and thank you for all your support over the years. And here's one for you from my brand new CD, Influence. It's called Got to Keep It Moving. And that's what I have to do, keep it moving. Hope to see you out on the road somewhere soon. This is Nick Colionne.